昨日の荒れた試合の興奮から一夜明け、改めてダルビッシュ投手の好投と明日の第3戦が話題となっています。物が観客席から投げ入れられ、現地番組も何を言ってもいいけど物投げるんじゃないとゴリックの様子。現在の日本のプロ野球ではあまり観客席から物が投げ入れられるなんてことはほとんど見かけませんが、やはり昨日の状況はそれだけ異常だったということでしょう。今日は昨日の試合、明日の試合のポイントを解説している番組がありましたので、翻訳してお届けいたします。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーに関する現地放送局の様子を翻訳してお届けしておりますので、今のうちにチャンネル登録をお願いいたします。
Picking our pick. This is a special Padres-Dodgers Game 2 edition of Take Your Pick. Demp, we'll turn to you first. What is your pick from last night's West Coast action?
Well, here we go. Camera, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to take my pick right here, boom, of Darvish, because boy did Darvish show up in the biggest of stages last night.
He did.
Wow. I mean, dominant from start to finish. He had one hiccup in the third inning, but you see the first inning, this split he was throwing to Freddie Freeman was ridiculous. He had unbelievable command of the spin of the baseball all night long. He had the bases loaded. He gets the line drive out, double play, but that's what you need. If you're going to have outings sometimes where you have good outings, you have good defensive plays. He gets out of that jam, and then to navigate that seventh inning, that all that stuff was happening, and he just sat there on the mound, and then he just goes out there and gets through 7, and probably could have kept going, to be honest with you, if they felt like if the game didn't get out of hand, he could have kept going. So hats off, Darvish. Unbelievable performance last night.
Well, you know how much I love drama and chaos, and as long as it's not my own. So I'm going this way because that's the only way I'm going to get Jerks and Profar bouncing up and down in front of the Dodgers fans out in the outfield. Profar, he robbed Mookie Betts of a home run in the first inning, and he said that was one of my wishes. I wanted to rob a homer, and I did it in a playoff game. By the way, he jumped up and down, kind of egged them on a little bit, but he did a little foolery with it, and I loved that moment for him. And besides, it kind of created this escalated tension between obviously the Padres players and Dodgers fans. There were things thrown at him later on in the game. It ended up causing a delay. But I honestly think all that did was fuel the Padres' fire, Kevin.
Yeah, no, I love everything you did. I think it's the meanest thing you could do to a player like Mookie Betts, running the bases, taking you homer, and then he was the one that I felt that was very mean to. But that being said, remarkable thing. It's the meanest thing you could do to a player.
Well, it was mean because why? He kind of it was trickery.
Yeah, he wasn't doing it to Mookie, but Mookie hit the ball. He was doing it to the fans. So I'm with you. Like, that's all about it. But he forgot to kind of I got the ball and then do it because Mook's over there going hand up. You know what I'm saying? So as a player, it's a move. Okay,
it's a middle finger.
But the fan base,
it's a middle finger. Okay, got it.
100%. Fan base, we're gonna say and do whatever we want. So I wasn't mad there at all. That being said, great play, great chaos, everything. I'm going wide lens because I want the whole team involved here. Now, this is when we're talking about leadership. I know that people have talked about this, but when we're talking about what Manny Machado did, and they were up 4-1 at this moment in the 7th inning. Now, obviously, Jackson Merrill goes deep. Xander Bogaerts goes deep. Kind of had the bad hamstring cramp. No one really knew, limping around the bases. Kyle goes deep, and then next thing you know, Tatis, who has the best home run swing I think I've ever seen balance-wise. It's like a golf swing. There's no, movement. It's just like, boop, and then just extends, and then the bat drops, and then we do all of our stuff. But that was a big moment for Manny Machado and the Padres because he was exactly right and on point. Usually you're down when you bring the troops on. Come on, go fight, win. We need a good walk. We got to get it, blah, blah. This was while we were up, and we're talking about focus because during those times, and I always speak from experience, it can get noisy and fans start throwing stuff, which is an absolute no-no. You can have a rivalry, but fans, uncle, tap out, clean it up, okay? We're good on the throwing out, unless you're leaving the stadium. You're getting thrown out, and you see later. But it gets a little bit of chaotic. Right? In that moment, we can lose our focus because now we got our tough pills that I'll meet in the parking lot. And yeah, I wonder if they ever did meet in the parking lot. I don't know if Flaherty and Machado met in the parking lot, but they were. But it never happens, right? It settles down because emotions go high. So I loved what Manny did. I love what he brought the group together while they were winning and just stay in the moment and focus on winning games. And obviously Mike Schilt said, dude, so I know he watches the show because I love dudes. I don't like all the eyewash and the fluff and all the stuff. I love dudes, and you got some dudes playing baseball right now. All of these teams have that dude aspect.
Absolutely. Now, Dem, we are finally getting a chance to see something we've never seen before. And no, I don't mean another Millard Christmas card. I mean Shohei Otani in the postseason. What are your impressions so far?
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for you, Darvish, last night, we'd be talking a little bit more about him today. But that game one, when he came onto the scene, we've been waiting for it. Everybody's been waiting for it. Here comes Shohei Otani, and he didn't disappoint. I mean, the bat toss, that's not a bat flip. That's like a sledgehammer, get out of here. I just split an anvil in half, a log in half with an anvil. Like, this guy is absolute beast. He scorches the baseball again multiple times. He goes out there, has 3 hits, tears the cover off the ball, and I think that's your neutralizing factor. When you come back, you know, now you got to go down to San Diego and play on the road, and that crowd is going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. Like, it's loud down there. That place in a packed house, and Padre fans, and the way they have their fans all there, the way they did things with tickets so that their fans will be there, it's going to be raucous, man. And I think Otani's the kind of guy who can quiet that crowd just with that swing right there. And in order for that to happen, Mookie's going to have to hit behind him. Like, that's got to happen so that he can go out there and not be walked every time. But man, is he fun to watch, and we finally get to see it in the playoffs.
Absolutely. I don't know. Sometimes I think he's not real. He's just a robot.
The unicorn.
It's crazy.
He's just not real.
Padres and Dodgers, Joe. Freddie Freeman does not sound good with that ankle day-to-day. Left early last night. Stole a base in game one. It was a rough slide that he made into second there, Joe. How do you impart that to your injured star? That, you know, discretion is the better part of valor there.
Well, just both arguments are very good. I mean, David tried to do the right thing, and then what you talk with Freddie there, Freddie's there to compete. He's there to win. That's all he knows how to do. To ask him to back off when everything tells him to do something. Otherwise, it's not easy. You look at Stanton in New York. They've with Giancarlo, he's running one way to first base all the time because he has to. In a situation like this, they're going to have another conversation. I would bet that he's not going to do it again. But when you're of that caliber and you're there to compete and there to win, it's hard to ask somebody to not do something that he feels that he can't.
That's such a huge stolen base threat, though. I mean, he's a very good base runner, but that's why it just seemed out of character. Now that he's hurt, that bat comes out of the lineup, and there's real damage there.
How badly is he hurt? I don't know.
Well, that's day-to-day did not sound good from what they're saying about the next day. Yeah.
Time for your Division Series report presented by Booking.com. We're already looking forward to Game 3 of this very spirited series between the Padres and the Dodgers. Walker Buehler, whose numbers are not impressive this year, bouncing back from injury, against Michael King. And as much as we talked about, Dan, how dominant Tarek Skubal was early on, this guy right here might be the most dominant on the National League side.
Yeah, he's going to have a little bit different approach, though, because this Dodgers team, they can hit the spin. One of the things that King does really well, that first game, he was electric. I mean, he was terrific.
But as you see, he's had success against Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. We're still waiting word to see if Freddie will be in the lineup with that bum ankle. Shohei Otani, 3 career home runs against Michael King. So everyone knows that, including the Padres right-hander who said this about Otani.
Obviously, he's what makes them go. If you can control him, and I also think if you can keep runners off base when he's on, when he's at the plate, is a huge thing. So he did a phenomenal job. You know he's Shohei Otani, so you know he has the ability to get you even if you execute pitches. And it's really just limiting the damage when he's up there. So I'll definitely be asking Darvish what he was seeing and what his approach was.
You know, everyone is fixated on watching video. What do you say we look at the 3 at-bats that resulted in a home run? And we have Chris Young standing by next to Shohei. Boy, he is tall, isn't he? That's Shohei.
He's a big man.
He is a big
Shohei,
man.
You grown, man. You taller than when I played with you, man.
Right?
Golly.
He's huge.
Look at you.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go back and we'll walk through pitch by pitch the first 2 home runs that Shohei Otani hit off Michael King. And you guys just pay attention to what Michael King was doing to Shohei Otani. So this is 2021. Dan, what do you see here from Michael King?
You know, just trying to, the safest play to me with Otani is try to keep the ball down away, because he used to have a hole down there. Make him hit the ball to left field. That soft away was his kryptonite.
That's 4 consecutive pitches away, comes inside to get a strike, And then on this pitch, Shohei unloads.
He tries to spin it right. He gets a little ahead of himself thinking he's sitting fastball, but throw him a breaking ball.
All right, so see why I want you to look through 2023's at-bat. Otani against Michael King again. They're both on different teams. What do you see here, C-Roy?
Yeah, I remember, if I'm Otani, I already took his curveball deep, so I think I got him off of that curveball. He's going to try to stay down with the fastball. But then, he's trying to get it. He's able to get a heater by me right there. So let me cheat to it a little bit and show him that you can't throw the same pitch to me 2 times. But I'm going to remember that fastball out over because his two-seamer leaks out towards the plate a little bit.
Okay, all right. So as we look at the at-bat they had in 2024, this year, if you're Michael King, and you know what you know now, you've seen the 2 home runs he's already hit off of you, what's the first pitch you're throwing to Shohei Otani?
To me, I still think it's a fastball down and away. The last thing you want to do is fall behind an account and put yourself in a spot to where you get yourself in a fastball count.
And CY, what's your approach after those 2 home runs?
My approach is that I've already taken you deep on the breaking ball. I've already taken you deep on the fastball out over the plate, but that's my strength. I want the fastball out here, out over the plate. I'm assuming he's going to try to come in on me, but I'm still looking out here and hoping that two-seamer leaks out over.
All right, let's show the first pitch of this at-bat. This season, Michael King against Shohei Otani. First pitch. What do you think, Dan?
Something away. Trying to get something soft down and away, see if he can roll over.
Did you learn anything from that first pitch?
But you see where the catcher sets up. He set up into Otani. Michael King didn't trust himself. If you're going in on Otani, you got to start it in right up under his shoulder, and with that two-seam action, trying to cross the inner half of the plate. He starts that ball over the middle. That's very dangerous because it's going to go right into his nitro zone right there.
Let's show you the second pitch. After you threw that, what are you thinking if you're Michael King? You're stay away again.
Yeah, I would assume so. You want to try to stay away, and they missed his location again. That ball was intended to be in. It ran outside. But it was up also.
So if you're Michael King and you know this guy is the problem, he's the guy that gets you, what's your game plan?
4 fingers.
Okay,
if Freddie Freeman is in the lineup.
Bases are loaded. 2 outs. You can't give 4 fingers. How do you pitch him?
I still think you have to really be careful with the fastball with this guy. I think you spin the ball, hope you can get him over anxious, and maybe he'll chase something out of the strike
Breaking
zone.
ball heavy, CY?
You got to get the fastball in. You got to dust him off a little bit to try to get to that changeup away.
明日のパドレスの先発はキング投手と大谷翔平選手にとってはホームランを3本放ったことのある投手で相性が悪い相手ではありません。しかしながら明日からはパドレスの本拠地ペトコパーク、昨日までの荒れた試合が引き継がれないよう、そして少しざわついた展開が収まることを祈りつつ応援していきたいと思います。私も試合に熱くなりすぎないように少し肌寒くなってきましたが、冷房をガンガンにつけかき氷を食べながら観戦したいと思います。風邪をひいて明日の更新が遅くなりすぎないように気をつけます。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。